Very excited to introduce our comic tonight. He is one of the hosts of a very popular podcast, Whiskey and Cigarettes. It's actually the most popular podcast about podcasts. And just got back from some great shows in Chicago. So everybody, give a great round of applause for Zach Maas. Woo!
Oh, it's good. It's good to be here at Open Media. Make some noise for your hosts, everybody. Let's yeah, what a fun time. Everybody make sure and check out the black arts. My favorite black art, witchcraft, probably. Another black art I really like, alchemy. No, that's the dark art. Shit. Oh man, I already swore. And I promised I wouldn't. Okay, so I just found out when I got here that I have to be FCC clean, so we're going to do the best that we can. As Daniel mentioned, I did just get back from Chicago. Yeah, it was a good time out there. I got done with a show out there, and I went to go sing some karaoke in a karaoke bar, and I went and I sang a song, and I sang it real well, and I did a good job, and I got off stage, and this like very beautiful woman said, like, "Hey, Daddy, how are you doing?" And I was real confused because I'm not usually hit on by this attractive of a woman just randomly. And she said, "I know that was your song that you just sang up there. I know that was your song." And I was like, "So you think I'm the kind of rock star that comes and sings his own song in a karaoke bar? That's who you think I am?" And she's like, "I know that was you. I know it was you." And what was really weird about it is the song that I sang was Bob Seger's Night Moves. So she obviously not a Seger fan. But no, I told her, no, I'm a comedian. I do stand-up comedy. And she responded by making a vomiting noise and then leaving. Yeah. That's why I opened for the rock stars. They're more popular than me. It was better than the last time I was in Chicago. The last time I was there I had to go out for my grandma's funeral. She lived a long life. She's an awesome lady. Love her to death. But I do have some advice. If you ever have to go to your grandma's funeral, do not be a pallbearer. Whatever you do not be a pallbearer. Because after that, every time you pick something up, all you can think about is how many dead grandmas it weighs. Like, I helped a friend move a couch the other day. It weighed probably 2 dead grandmas. You don't want to think about that every time you're bringing the groceries in. You know, you don't want to think about that every time you're bringing in the groceries in. Like, oh man, I bought a whole dead grandma's worth of groceries. You don't want to know how long you could have eaten off of your dead grandma, all right? It's about 2 weeks. No. So there's been a lot of talk about catcalling in the last few years, and if you're not familiar with catcalling, it has a lot of different names like hollering or sexual harassment. And me personally, I'm actually very sympathetic to the ladies on the whole catcalling thing because from behind, I look like a cowgirl with a butt that won't quit. And every time I hear, "Damn, that won't quit," and this turns around. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you feel uncomfortable? Oh, poor you. Now, I've gotten all kinds of calling in my life. Where I grew up in South Dakota, sometimes people would yell, "Cut your hair, you hippie." Or one time someone yelled, "Cut your hair, you queer." And I thought, you're the one yelling hair advice from a moving vehicle, all right? You might want to think about, just be a stylist. Just do it. Follow your dreams. Now, I am from South Dakota originally, and the last time I was going back there, I decided, I'm going to take some pot with me. I'm from Colorado. It's legal. I want to go have a good time on my trip back home. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of them at all. I'm totally going to take some weed home. I'm so not afraid of them that I'm going to buy empty pill capsules from the Vitamin Cottage. I'm so not afraid of them that I'm going to grind up my weed and put it inside of those capsules. I'm so not scared that I'm going to see how many empty ones I can eat at one time. which is about 10. I can eat 10 empty capsules. I'm so not afraid that I'm driving 64 and a 65 through Wyoming. I'm not scared at all. And I drive by a cop, and he sees what I look like. For those of you on the radio, I look like a stereotypical hippie that's better dressed. But anyways, he sees me and immediately just pulls out right behind me and proceeds to follow me for 47 miles through Wyoming. I can see him in the rearview mirror go like, damn it, he's going 64 and a 65. Oh, he's going to screw up. He's going to screw up. When this happens, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, my God, he knows. He knows I have all this weed and pills in my... I'm going to actually have to eat all this pot. Oh, no. God damn it. I shouldn't have stopped at the Taco John's in Wheatland. Why did I do that? But after about 25 miles of him following you, you start to lose it a little bit. You start making direct eye contact with him in the rearview mirror, and you're like, do it! Do it! I dare you! Pull me over! Pull me over. You're just fantasizing about him coming up to the car and being like, excuse me, sir, I noticed the way that you look. I noticed your Colorado license plates. Where's the marijuana at? And just looking over and being like, I already ate it all. Should have pulled me over 49 miles ago. No, this hair gets me into trouble a lot. Gets me into trouble a lot. A few years ago on Christmas Eve, I went to Wu-Tang Wednesdays at the Squire Lounge to get my Christmas Wu-Tang in. And I was outside kind of minding my own business, and there was this woman that they wouldn't let into the Squire Lounge on Colfax, which meant that she was the drunkest person in all of Denver. And she said, she like kind of started losing it and like throwing a huge fit. And she's like, screw you guys, screw this place, I'm out of here, screw all of you. And she goes to walk by me, minding my own business, and she just stops and goes, what the hell did you just say to me, lady? It's like, I didn't say anything, ma'am. Peace, love, and Merry Christmas, right? She responded by punching me in the strongest part of my body, which is my forehead. And all I could hear... You're not supposed to laugh that hard at that part. All I could hear, though, was the sound of her hand just breaking against my face. Just pop, And she started screaming, Her friends were screaming. Everybody was freaking out. And I'm like, everybody settle down, all right? It's Wu-Tang Wednesday. I expected somebody to bring the ruckus. But it gave me some comfort to know, the following morning when she woke up and she was like, oh, my God, what did I do to my hand last night? What happened? Her friends were like, you punched Jesus in the face on Christmas Eve. Well, what did he do? What did he say to me? He said, peace, love, and Merry Christmas. But he said it was Wu-Tang Wednesday. He expected somebody to bring the ruckus. And boy, his butt would not quit. It would not quit. I got married recently. Yeah, thank you. It's crazy. You don't even realize what's happening. That it's all going down till you're up there with the priest, and he's standing there and he says, I now pronounce you man in jar of pickles. I really like pickles. I'm kidding, guys. I didn't marry a jar of pickles. I would if I could. I would. No, I did get out of a relationship, though, recently, and, we actually didn't have to break up. I figured out how to get out of a relationship with your girlfriend without actually breaking up. And what you do is you just accuse her of stealing $20 out of your wallet. When she comes home from work, you're like, I know you stole $20 out of my wallet. And she's like, why? Why would I do that? I make more money than you. And you're like, no, I know you did it. I called your mom today, and she said you used to have a similar problem with her purse when you were a kid. We know you did it. Just give me the money back, and we'll pretend this didn't happen. She's like, no, you're crazy. You're crazy. And you're like, I'll call the police. I will. And she's like, fine, call the police. Go ahead, call the police. So I did. I called the police. They came and they showed up at the house. They knocked on the door and they were like, excuse me, sir, we had a report that a jar of pickles stole $20 from you. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm totally kidding. My girlfriend wasn't a jar of pickles. I'm going to have a baby, though. Going to have a baby. I found out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I called my mom and told her that she was going to be grandma until the abortion. And she got so mad at me. She said, Zach Maas, I can't believe that you knocked up a jar of pickles. So I can't have any baby dills running around, Mom. Nip that in the bud. I got robbed at gunpoint in our safe city. It's so safe here. I got robbed at gunpoint. What happened was I was making out with a girl in an alley at 4 a.m. Because it's nicer than my apartment. And this guy came by and said, give me all of your money. And like, even though I had never, ever been robbed before, I could tell that he had never, ever robbed anybody before either. You know, that it was both of our first times. He was very shaky, he was very nervous, which is real scary. And he said, give me all your stuff. And I immediately did, you know. I'd never been robbed before, but I did. I gave him everything. I started going through airport procedures. I was taking my belt and my shoes off, you know. And the girl that I was with, he turns to her with the gun still in my face and says, all right, lady, give us all your stuff. And she just looks at him and goes, no! He did not expect that. He's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. You need to give me all your stuff right now, or I'm going to shoot this guy. And I'm like, what the hell? You're going to shoot me? I already gave you all of my stuff. Shoot her. I'm a feminist. She just looks at him and goes, no. And at that point, I see him. He's like looking at his gun. He's like looking at me. He's looking at his gun. He's looking at me. And I can tell that he's thinking that he needs to shoot me now. At that point, I just kind of lost it and was like, all right, lady, give him all your goddamn stuff. And I reached in her purse, and I grabbed all of her stuff out, and I held it out for him. And he really did not expect that at all. He was like, thank you. Thank you for your help. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. And he turned and walked off into the night. She immediately burst into tears. But not me. I was high as hell. I'd never ever robbed anybody before. Holy crap, that is such a rush. Woo, I highly recommend it. I do have the secret to being happy at any job, no matter how bad it is. Does anybody here dislike their job? All the people working here? No. The secret to being happy at any job, no matter what is it all starts with your attitude. You know, you have to wake up every day, you have to put a smile on your face, and you have to say, no matter what happens today, I'm going to steal as much as I can from this place. Seriously, when you give yourself a raise, it makes things so much more fun. I used to be in the medical marijuana industry. I was... back when it was the medical industry. I was 2014's Westward's sexiest bud tender. If you wondered where you were recognizing me from. Yeah, marijuana sex symbol up here. It's like the sex symbol of living in your parents' basement. But one of my favorite things about the industry is I got to see all the new products that came out. And one of my favorites was a marijuana suppository, which if you don't know what that is, it's butt weed. But I was thinking, like, how much different would marijuana culture be if that was the main way that people did it? Like, how much of a different time, like, going out and getting stoned with your buddies in the garage is that, you know? Like you got it? You got it? All right. Oh, man, I feel it. But I don't know if I feel it. His buddy's like, Mom's coming home. Hurry up, butt, pass. He's like, all right, don't drop it. I just don't think as many people would do it, guys. I don't think we would have as many people moving to Denver if that was the case. You know, it definitely would be a different Bob Marley poster hanging in college dorm rooms. Jammin' would have a whole new meaning. The other thing I really liked was a marijuana lubricant that claimed that a woman could have a 15-minute orgasm with use of this product, that's crazy. It's It's crazy. I'm pretty sure if you make your O face for more than 5 minutes, it's permanently stuck that way. I'm sure it starts out nice, you know, it's like, whoo. Oh boy. Oh geez. How much time's left? What? 14 minutes and 30 seconds? Oh boy. Oh jeez. Don't touch me. Get your hands off me. Don't touch me. Woo, it's getting stronger. Oh boy. Google how to stop having an orgasm. This is really FCC fun. All right. Think of grandma? No, I don't want to think of grandma. No. Dial 911. Dial 911. Give me the phone. Fine, you're too embarrassed. Give me the phone. I'll call 911. Mom? Sorry, I'll call you on Sunday. 911. Emergency, help me. 12 minutes later. Do you got any more of that? That's going to do it for me, guys. I'm Zach Maas. Thank you for having me.
Stay here. We got another mic right here. Everyone, one more time, give it up for our comedian, Zach Maas, tonight. Come on. Thanks for being here, Zach.
Yeah, no, it's always fun to try and rewrite all your jokes without profanity on stage. It's
Yes.
a great time.
Right, it's like cramming your soul into
How did I
a
do?
takeout box.
How did I do?
I think aside from the first...
The first S word,
yeah, you
I
got
did
one
all right.
out of the way right away, just to be like, you know what, let's not worry about it. And then it was fine. And
Cool.
then just conceptually upsetting instead of...
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I could still get that point across.
Yes. Yeah, see, the FCC, they can do what they can, but they can't censor the true heart of insanity.
The art.
Yes.
Yeah, the art of it all.
That's
you know,
right.
once you cut away the profanity, you're just left with the art.
So we're learning a lot here tonight. So tell us quick about Whiskey and Cigarettes so we can hear you. This is a big podcast in Denver.
You can find us at whiskeyandcigs.com. We won Denver Westward's Reader's Choice last 3 years in a row for Best Podcast. We've had a lot of great guests on recently. We had Greg Proops, Dana Gould, Eddie Pepitone, which are all very awesome, great comedians. Yeah,
and all the local awesome
and
people
then,
as well.
pretty much every local has been on. Daniel's been on.
I've been on.
We've
That's
had, I mean, even Daniel's been on.
Even me. Yes.
So,
they've
I
been
mean-
that many shows, they had to sink that low.
Yeah.
And then where can people find and follow you? And
You can find me at Zach Maas. All my social media is at Maas Comedy, which Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and that's MAAS. And then you can also check out my game show Uncalled For.
yes.
Which there's all kinds of cool stuff with that. America's most offensive game show, which would be great for the radio. But you can find that. You can get cool. You can get like Denver's Worst Person, the shirt.
Yes.
You can
You've
get
probably
that.
seen people wearing those around there. Definitely check out Uncalled For.
Yeah, you can get those at worstpersonshirt.com.
Worstpersonshirt.com and follow Uncalled For. Zach Maas, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Danny.
Fantastic.